Turbo testing. For us, by us, or for us, BTS. Ay, Dios míos. What's up, Army? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
Keith.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know exactly why y'all here. Y'all here for us. Well, actually, y'all here for V. For us. This is your first time on the channel. Hit that subscribe button.
You had it right the first time. You had it right the first time.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Become a Real Redeemer today for more content like this. Jump on the Patreon. No long talk. We can get into For Us. V is here. Let's see how he capped off the album. Over under. It's like, nah. He was like.
Ballad.
Let's see. Sample shit?
You a fool for this one, Easy.
It do sound like kind of like an old Kanye sample. I like this.
I like the cadence.
I like this.
Nice. That was nice.
This is the best song. This is my favorite song of the album
So far.
No, it's the last one.
Oh, yeah. Well, the piano drum, we didn't hear that, but I don't know. I do like this.
And they doubling it up. We got one, V.
Hey, that was a change.
Even in playing with the piano more. Oh, man, you can't get in and leave like this, V.
That's exactly what he did. Son of a bitch.
When he did these live performances, would eat. These would eat. These for five, like kind of get in it. Imagine him throwing Singularity and like them kind of in like a full like a joint like this, Stigma and like shit in like these type of settings and shit.
So, off the bat, if I were to make a video, and like sometimes when I listen to music, I see it, like the concept or what I would do if there was a video. I got him at home watching a film reel, like the joint that you usually get.
The joint like Super 8s.
Yes.
Almost.
And especially the way it ramps with that zun, 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 like, and then you got the voice come on, and while the voice is on, he's watching the old highlights or whatever.
Projection screen type shit.
Yes, exactly. And then he's singing, but in the second verse when it starts, the film burns out, and then that's when his voice takes over, and he's thrust back into reality, the fact that she's not there. And he was like, I would give it all up for you, I would have. But,
Yeah, depending on how I would want to make the video, I love that idea because I can make it super dark. Like she was there watching it with him, and then it burned away, and then it's like she's no longer there or something, or it could get so dark. But I'm sorry, y'all. This probably is my favorite John. Like you said, it reverbing and coming on with basically what sounds like a sample. This sounds, y'all, like kind of so, early Kanye-esque. just one of those clean samples. We've heard RM kind of like play with some of the sampling like this. Interested to see who produced this, as a matter of fact.
Just Blaze.
Then once it got into that heavenly, like his cadence is just, hold on, no man. I got you, V. No, we can get this right.
When he first started singing, it reminded me of Feels Like Summer a little bit.
Yeah. Look at the extension. It seems like it's still going.
Nasty too.
I love it. Then it got into the. And it's still in the back. It feels so like just stacked perfectly. You hear that little orb.
These runs, bro, nasty.
I like breathy V. Just
go right back into it.
And then just can stay with you.
I can also see this as being like silver mic stand, single spotlight. You got the guys in the background hitting the acapellas, you know what I mean? Kind of lounge singer-esque.
I don't like how that just the sample just kind of jumped back in, and you hear it. Look, even the tape, and then
but that's where the tape will burn away, you know what I mean?
And then the key change happened right here, because the oohs turned more into oh,
and then it started picking up.
And then when that piano it came in slow, and then the kick came in. Now it's this is a masterclass, man. This is then the boy just taking us home. Like y'all don't have to go anywhere, but y'all gotta get the
right. You gotta go home. You gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, just because. Personally, as far as like the jazz goes and neo soul, those type sounds, I don't have like a major issue with them. They're not like kind of my go-to as far as music goes, but I think those sounds are beautiful. But once you get into this pocket where I don't want to say where it's a little more hip hop or it's a little bit more like the production kind of
see like Questlove in the back with the pick in the hair.
But yes, anytime Questlove kind of like it almost anytime the instrumentation is kind of like a Questlove type joint, it does kind of get you to where it's just like, oh, okay, like I'm rocking, but like now we here. So like the production on here just was fire. It's not fair because also like I'm a big fan of like samples and shit too. So you know I thought like that was very unique, and this actually just. His vibrato wasn't really even there. This was breathiness, just extensions with like just those vocal runs. This is stuff where it's just like, you know, we just talked about in the other video, like his bass and what his wheelhouse is. This is those type genres where it's like, yo, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's I love when BTS members get like that. If you thought I was just a bassy dude, I will falsetto you. If you thought I was just a rapper, I will sing. Like, whatever you think I can't get into, I'm getting into. Suge was like, you don't think I'm getting into this dance shit? I'm taking hip-hop classes.
Hit you with this.
Hit you with this. Love this, man. Love this. I want a video for this, too. After Blue, we need a video for this.
This being the last track, I personally felt.
Good way to end it.
You could have extended the song, even if it was just the instrumental.
Oh, you wanted like another 30-second run?
Another 2 to 3 minutes.
You'll probably get that in a live performance.
Just because it's letting it so early 2000s, your Music Soul Childs, your Bilals, your Glenn Lewis's, your Jilly from Philly, you know, she was a little bit later. I was going to say Bust Your Windows Out Your Car. Jasmine Sullivan. She was a little bit later. But like Flowetry, one thing they definitely knew how to seize the moment of a good instrumental. They would let that shit rock and ride. And this album, to me, kind of falls within that in that wheelhouse of like neo soul-esque type music.
Because you said Jill and them too. Yeah, the thing with Jill and them too, and I'm glad you mentioned that. What I like about them too is You know how earlier he had like the blue? Mm-hmm. We've seen Jill and them do that when they get into that. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like
I thought you were going to mention that other Jill song that I cannot stand because I don't care how golden your life is. I need you to stop saying that shit about 30 times, bro.
But I get why people like it. Like I said, that's not kind of one of my favorites.
That's one of those morning affirmation songs. That's why people like it. However, I need you to say something else, baby girl. Like that shit is, it's nerve wracking.
I would also like for him to, and I'm not sure if it's possible to, because I don't even know, does Music Soul Child produce or do anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would wonder how V would sound in those kind of pockets. Because like I said, this is obviously like the most like kind of like, I don't want to say bouncy song on the album, but this seems to be kind of like more so trending towards upbeat in the most upbeat way you can be with this like BPM.
I'll tell you what, I can think of 3 Music Soul Child songs off the top of my head
that you'd like to see him cover.
That I would love to see him cover. Time, 143, Love, especially because he can hit the falsetto. Oh man,
like
Settle for My Love would be a nice one. Bruh, yeah, that would be cool. That would be nice.
I want to hear V do Killing Me Softly.
Okay.
I'm in my head. Jimmy just went like one time. Me JK like one time. But nah, that's I like this a lot. I definitely want to see a video for this. This is dope, man. This is a good way to end the album.
Yeah.
It's a good way to end the album.
But it's definitely a way of ending an album that's leaving you wanting more, especially if the song is that short. Like I need another 2 minutes of just instrumentals. Just let me vibe.
Yeah, especially 6 songs, 18 minutes. And
that's the whole album?
Yep. And with the piano version, if you take away 3 minutes from there, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Come on, bro. So I don't blame him. Whoever was working with him should have been like, hey, what if we, listen, check it out. Hear me out. What if we extend the song for 2 minutes? What do I have to sing? Nothing. That's the beauty part. We just extend the instrumental. We just let it vibe. Let it breathe.
Yeah, and I know sometimes that stuff be like a person's choice. Like, I love LMA, and on some of her earlier stuff, especially the first album, they used to have snippets where the beat would run. Sometimes she would talk for 30 seconds.
Even though I love hearing her.
And I love hearing her talk. But, so, we get it. And, I've been working on, like, my nostalgia playlist, so I've been listening to, like, the Gap Band, just, a whole bunch of older groups. Mm-hmm. I had a group from Jersey, Jomanda, just listen to house music and stuff, too. These cuts be, like, 8-minute, 9-minute cuts. Sometimes the song is on, I done completed 3 or 5 things, and I'm just like, damn, this shit's still playing. So I do think with attention spans and everything, some artists definitely want to kind of get in and get out a little bit. I do think a minute longer on some of these tracks, even with instrumentation, will kind of help with the feel. But from what I've seen, though, you brought it up. They definitely end each other very good. Mm-hmm. So I'm not too mad. We can give it a light album review, save some of this. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean I thought it was fire. I thought it was good. I thought it was a very good bookend, unofficial bookend to the album, or official bookend to the album. The other one is unofficial. I thought this was really good. Again, it gets you so drawn in, especially with the key change, and then it just kind of ends. Like, you have my attention. Take advantage of every second of my attention that you have.
He might have just wanted to create a situation like you just said. You said you just left here feeling like you wanted more. Like, that may have been kind of the approach for real. It was just like, it's so, I'm not even going to use that analogy. When you want people hooked on something, all I'm going to say is you get them a little bit of it, and if the product is good enough, they'll come back. And I'll just leave my example at that.
This nigga handed out blue magic.
You normally test the product and just be like, even though we know what the product is already.
Yeah, we don't. We got to test in like singularity and things like that. We got to snip it, but
yeah. And if you knew and like I said, if you knew that was what it was gonna be, and you knew you was getting 5 of them. It ain't too hard to kind of do anything. Because like I said, I think now with this plethora of, you know, tracks and this sound, he can take even the other solo stuff that he had and piece together like a nice little, just, you know, hour little setting and stuff like that. Come out there, talk how, you know, like I said, Arm showed the blueprint with the Soul joint to kind of do it, and Yugi is kind of showing the blueprint with the touring. So you know the elements are gonna be there. I'm very interested to see how the Redeemers feel about all these tracks, to see which one they like the best. Was there anyone you missed out on yet so far?
Yes, Rainy Days.
Oh, okay. If we get into the reviews, and I'll play it for you, and we just kind of can go from there. Jump in the comments, y'all. Let us know if y'all want the album review for this, so we can get into a little bit more deep dive of a conversation. Phenomenal. Shout out to V, man. Like you said, this kind of make you just like, damn. Really wish we'd got one more on this type time where it was two. Because it's funny, because I felt like not to compare, but this almost reminds me of. Not in the same type time, but like Lonely and what was the other Arm joint with Paul Blanca? Closer, okay. How it got into like that element and shit like that. I wish we'd have kind of had like a back to back, almost like that, where it's just like, oh, okay, cool. Because even Hope did it and shit when the switch happened on there, and you got into like What If territory and shit, and you kind of doubled down on flipping it because
the second album, where it's kind of like rock in the middle or rock in the beginning,
transition into some hip hop. But I'm loving this show. Tell me exactly how y'all feel about this in the comments. Definitely getting into some more V stuff. Shout out to V. We love y'all Redeemers. We'll holler at y'all. Peace and hair grease.